Let's hope this works because I've never done this in Google Chrome before, just on Firefox, but I decided to use Google Chrome this time. So, let's hope this one lets me record 2 videos at once. Damn, I still seriously need a haircut. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about this book I'm reading, okay? Have any of you seen Fight Club? The guy who wrote Fight Club, his name is Chuck Palahniuk. I have no fucking idea how you say his last name, but he wrote Fight Club, and he wrote Choke, and he wrote Lullaby, and a bunch of different books, and we actually have all of them, and my sister saw Fight Club and she liked it. And my sister is like a genius. She's 13 and she fucking reads like 8 books 2 days. But in 2 days. Why did I leave that out? Anyway, so she read, what happened is she saw Fight Club and she liked it, and my mom saw Fight Club and she said it was really good, and it's like my mom's favorite movie. She watches it all the time. But the thing is, she told me it's awesome, you gotta see it, and you know, we have the book so you can read it. And I was like, okay, well, the book's always better than the movie, so let me read the book first and then I'll watch the movie. So I'm talking to Alrea about how, Alrea is my sister, I'm talking to her about how I'm reading Fight Club, and she tells me the ending of the movie. So she ruined the book for me, and I was pissed. Long story short, I never finished the book, and I've seen the movie like 1,000 times, and I love it. So she was looking for something to read, and my mom told her, you know, check out the books by that guy who wrote Fight Club that we have. So she read one, and she told me, oh my god, you have to read this book, it's so awesome. And I asked her what it was about, and it's about this model, and she gets her jaw shot off, okay? So she has to learn how to, you know, you can't be a model anymore, you're missing this half of your face, so, which is terrible to say, but it's true. So, and she didn't want to, like, downgrade and become a hand model and shit like that, so she meets, this woman, Brandy Alexander, is the name of the woman in the book, and it turns out that she's an MTF, and my sister didn't even tell me, like, I wouldn't be interested or something. So, now, I subscribe to some MTFs on YouTube because it's so different, the things that FTMs and MTFs have to go through, and I'm really interested in it, but I really still don't know that much about it. And one of the things that I've always noticed, that I've always wondered about, is like hormones. When you're an FTM and you take testosterone, your voice naturally deepens, and duh, you guys all know that. But as far as I know, estrogen, when MTFs take estrogen, their voice doesn't get higher. If it does, it doesn't a lot, and you have to, like, fabricate your voice, I guess. So, and a lot of MTFs, I guess, take speech classes. I don't know. I'm guessing, because that's what the woman in the book is, and that's how they meet. Because she's the main character, though she has no jaw, she tries to take speech classes, and the speech therapist thinks that they're gonna teach her to speak. And it's funny when he, the author, describes, it's written in first person. I don't read anything written in first person, it confuses me, but when she describes how she talks, you know, it'll show her in quotes, but it's all like like different letters, and they never tell you what she actually says. So it's funny. But so she meets her in the speech class, and they're saying, okay, so they say some of the things that the speech therapist is telling Brandy. And one of the things is, men and women emphasize words differently. And it was something I never thought of. What it is, I'm trying to think the example they used. A man would say, you look so attractive today, and a woman would say, you look so attractive today. Like, men and women emphasize different words, and it's, women emphasize the modifier, and men emphasize the verb itself. So, for those of you who suck at English, which, believe me, if you suck at English, that's fine, because I suck at math, and I'm sure we all know this by now, but basically, you look so attractive today is how a woman would say it. She would emphasize so, the modifier of the verb attractive. And a man would say, you look so attractive today. So I just said the same thing twice, basically. Like, the same example. But, I don't know. And I realize when I talk, I definitely, see? I definitely emphasize the modifier instead of I definitely emphasize the verb. And it's something that I can't help. And I talk with a lot of emphasis, like italics, I guess is how, if you don't know what emphasize means. You know, like, I emphasize the wrong word, I guess. Not that it's really the wrong word, but sometimes when I talk to people, well, usually when I talk to people online that don't know me, tell me that I type. This was before, like now on my MySpace, on my Facebook, it says that I'm trans, where I never did that before, and a lot of people tell me, oh, it's so obvious you're gay. Why is it obvious I'm gay? Because you talk like a girl. Thank you! That's something I really wanted to know. But, like, driving me crazy. But it's hard to change how you talk, you know? It's not just something you pay attention to all the time. You talk, and then you realize, shit, I fucked that up. Like, I don't know, I thought that was very interesting, that I never really thought of that before. And just when this book pointed out, I mean, I'm sure if the author was writing about trans issues, he wouldn't say something he didn't know for sure. So I'm sure that it's right. But at the same time, it's like, who says that? Like, according to who do men and women speak in that way? Like, it could just be a majority thing, but at the same time, it kind of feels like it makes sense to me. Because, I don't know, it just does. I guess just because I want to believe it, because it's in this book, and it's a good book, actually. It's called, Invisible Monsters. You should read it. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Ow. This is what it looks like. And this is one of those, things that when you see, now it's an old lady with a spot on her forehead. Now it's a young lady with a crown. The back is the same thing, like if this is the front, and then when you flip it, the back is it upside down. And then she's got no mouth because her jaw got shot off. But at first they don't tell you her jaw got shot off, but it's okay that I told you because it's not really like a big secret in the book. And it's not a big secret that Brandy's MTF either. So I didn't give anything away yet, especially because I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, you should definitely read it. But that's really all I wanted to say. I never know how to end these things. Okay.